G'day everybody, Stu here, Season 2, Episode 2 of the Sunday SHITSHOW. And today we have a very special guest, Stevie Maher. Lad's originally from the Goldie, and should see this guy Bodyboard, mate. Drop knees like a pro, because he is a pro.
Yeah.
We've got Geltchy on the couch with us again, and Stevie. So
cheers, guys. I really thank you, Stu and Geltchy, for inviting me on here. It's been a pleasure to be on here with you guys.
no respect
Awesome.
to have you. Respect to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so what's a bit of your background, Stevie? Just give us a bit of where you grew up and where you been.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in a sleepy little town called Cabarita. You guys probably know about that on the Tweed coast.
Not so sleepy anymore.
Exactly. I think there was a population of 1,000 back then. And but yeah, it was a great place to grow up. We had the point to surf, and quite lucky to be able to grow up down there on that part of the world. It was pretty spoiled with waves. So I mean, but yeah, it was a great place. Cabarita. Went to Kingscliff High School. So I got to surf, Coogin Reef and all them spots by ourselves. We'd wag days at school and jump off the bus and go and surf Coogin, and but it was an awesome spot to grow up. And then eventually moved up into Coolangatta when I started doing professional bodyboarding on top of D-Bar Hill. So I was
What a spot.
another spoilt person right there. I mean, be able to surf D-Bar every day, and
Bit of a good surfing scene there. You would have been hanging out with a few
Yeah, I like I was saying before, Geltchy, I won't name drop, but I mean, it was, we were very fortunate enough to grow up in that area. I mean, D-Bar was like a proving ground, for everyone, I think, and that's why, over the years we watched, some young, families and whatnot bring up their, their kids to future that, to be that next world champion, and we were fortunate enough to have in one of my streets, my old street, Boundary Lane, I had 4 world champions in one street, so I had Bugs living down the road, Bugsy, and Rabbit, and then I had Mick at the back, really tight friends with their family, with Liz, and obviously Eddie that passed away. He was my best man at my wedding, so I'm really tight with that family. And we had Steph that was living 2 doors up from me, and then Parko. So to be able to surf with these guys on an everyday ritual was really awesome, and it's just a great place to grow up.
How did you find that? Because I know for me, younger, bodyboarders were sort of the underdog, the ones that, surfing was the thing. If you were a bodyboarder, it was like the scooter rider to the skateboarders. But nowadays, we've seen a big shift with the likes of Harry Bryant, Jamie O'Brien and that, and I think people just got bored with surfing now and are jumping on all sorts of crafts. So how did you find that stigma and that? Or
look, when we went to my first ever trip to Hawaii and that, like bodyboarding was not frowned upon, it was
Big over there.
Yeah. Mostly everyone that could surf and that could see bodyboarding, that was bodyboarders having a crack, they were the ones not complaining. It was them guys that were
not so good.
Yeah. That's where the blah 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 was coming out of it. But it's like, what, whatever's. But like I said before, I hung around. Basically I started surfing actually first, so then I went into being able to grow up on Cabarita Point, and so it was a great way to learn to surf. And then I went into bodyboarding, just for a joke. My friend owned Coolangatta, surf. So we formed a Coolangatta bodyboard club, and back in the early 90s. And I just won regional titles, state titles, and then went on to the Aussie Tour and World Tour, some events, and so it was great. It was a progression. And to go back to your question, Geltchy, it's all that's just you know, everyone's friends in the water.
No, well, like, yeah, I think respect, you know, it's earned, and if no matter what you're riding, if you're showing respect
Exactly.
and you're good at what you do,
Yeah.
that just sort of demands respect in a way.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, getting up, I drop knees, so you know, getting up, and I love featuring my surfing like a surfer, you know.
Yeah.
Being an old surfer myself,
Yeah.
you know, draw big lines and hit the whitewash and, you know, floaters, whatever. I mean, but yeah, I feature my surfing off surfboard riding.
Yeah, well, even, you know,
I've
for
seen you
me,
in the back out some waves just like a surfboard would be.
yeah.
Thank you.
You know, even
I'll give you that 20 later shift.
Take it a 50.
Really, yeah, pineapple.
Yeah, even for me, after my back injury, and surfing is almost impossible for me now, and I sort of found some solace there on a surf mat, and
Yeah.
I've had some of the best barrels of my life on them, and it's
Yeah.
sort of what you make of it, isn't it?
Exactly,
Yeah.
mate. I mean, it, like, you know, you just go out there to have fun, and that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter really what you ride, you know, like I was saying before, all my friends I grew up with are all surfers, so it was good. Then to gain respect behind the rocket, snapper and all that. You know, you get the boys calling you in, go, you're Stevie. So we'd have a sort of like a circle rotation out there. A lot of people, locals, knew that.
Yeah.
But the blow-ins didn't know that. So,
I think you get that at most breaks.
Yeah.
You always get the, you know, the blow-in that'll try and mess it all up, or...
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, no, it was, you know, a great part of the world down there in Coolangatta. I do miss the wave quality. But, you know, I love it up here on the Sunshine Coast now. It's beautiful. We just brought our house out there at Yandina. So,
nice.
Yeah, I got my beautiful girl, Vanessa, and my little boy, Gila, and I'm content out there, mate.
That's what life's all about.
Exactly, Geltchy.
You can find that sweet spot, stay there.
Absolutely, mate. And I love it out there at Yandina. It's a beautiful spot, Stu. I mean, it's just get out of the riff-raff a little bit, but close enough to go surfing, and it's,
Mate, it's growing now.
Oh.
Gee whiz, it's a different place to what it was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely, it is, yeah. So, yeah, no, it's a great spot out there.
Awesome. So, with the talent and everything you've got, obviously, you know, gain some support through sponsorship or whatever. Is there some people supporting you you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I've, I get sponsored off Inverted Bodyboarding. They've got a shop down there in Mooloolaba and in Cooley as well. I get sponsored off Spy Eyewear as well. They look after me with sunglasses, snapbacks, apparel, Thrash leashes. They're over there in Europe, so they look after me with leashes and, you know, apparel and all that sort of stuff. I've got Foam Life, which is thongs and apparel.
Yeah, that's cool.
DMC fins, look after me with fins, clothing, interactive shockwave, and Stewie always gives me some board carry when I go to Indonesia, so I love to use that over there in the jungle. So
nice.
And shout out Stu, legend brother.
and Custom X, you seem to be wearing the X a bit on your board. And
Custom X, so we'll touch on that one. We just signed a little deal there with Custom X last year, so we've got some big things in the pipeline. I won't let them out until they're out.
Keep the cat in the bag.
Cat in the bag. So they're a great company. They're over there in California, so they look after me boards and clothing, and they do my wetsuits, rash guards, all that sort of stuff. So Custom X and Kim, and she's the owner, and then I've got Mac. He shaped me all my custom shape boards.
Oh, nice.
And he's world-renowned shaper from over there, Geltchy, in California. So, great team to have on board, you know. So, big things coming for Custom X. Stay tuned.
Nice.
Stevie's buttered up nicely.
A bit of butter up there, mate.
Yeah, we're not going to see you running around naked or nothing.
No.
All the merch and that you've got, and yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's right. But no, it's great. I mean, like these companies I've been with for a long time. So I mean, they've been an absolute awesome support for me and what I do, and you know, so I'm quite fortunate to be able to be with these guys. Yeah.
And being sponsored, I just know my involvement over the years, particularly with Sacrifice and that. A lot of the younger crew think it's an entitlement that they're entitled, but being sponsored is you actually have a responsibility in respecting the company, the
100%.
companies through so many different ways and what you do.
Yep.
Ensuring you're promoting their product, not a competitor's product, and
Exactly, yeah.
You've got to look at the WSL and have a look how many stickers are on a lot of these pros boards.
Yeah.
Hardly any.
Mm,
So you want to be sponsored, you've got to work for that sponsorship.
but you
you know.
used to see,
absolutely, yeah.
And you've got to be grateful.
Exactly.
we used to see these young kids, you know, they have a brand come along, start giving them merch and that for free. They're up on the podium with the competitors' stuff they've bought. Like,
Yeah. Crazy.
leave that deal for someone else if
Yeah.
it's not you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy
so-
watching them surfers that have doing the WSL now. I mean, that like Stu was saying, like hardly you haven't got any sponsors. Like, I mean, it's
But
And a lot of it's not core surf brands.
yeah,
They're gone.
yeah. So I mean, you know,
the core surf brands, what are they owned by one dude?
Yeah.
You know, come on.
yeah.
It's time to start looking after the little fellas,
Well,
start supporting
yeah.
these core companies. You know, like we'll carry on one of those core companies. You know, you got to support them. You got to buy the product.
Yeah.
Get behind your local business,
Exactly.
and
And then,
look out for 'em.
the
that's for
smaller people are able to get involved in stuff like we did with the Life Strife Support Your Mates to
100%.
fundraise for young Kai to go to the Aussie titles. Like,
And we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. Life's still here.
it's not hard to give a bit, and if many people do it
That's right.
and stuff like that, you can help. You know. That's,
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got our product that we obviously use a little bit there as well. But it's the support from the public, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
and that's something we want to
Absolutely.
do more of.
You need to
Yeah.
carry back up people. Carry
Yeah.
back up.
Through support your mates and Life Strife.
Yeah.
Look for these people that are really giving it their best
Yeah.
and do what we can to support them.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
for sure, mate. I mean, it's all about getting behind your local companies. I mean,
yeah,
as much as I can do, you know, even for board carry here, you know, with Stewie, I mean, you know, get behind it and support the people that are having a crack, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. And, you know, then you get yourself into board clubs and, you know, and then you can snowball. So, I mean, it all starts from there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I've watched so many, even bodyboard companies, I mean, start from scratch. Get a couple of good team riders on and let them do the talking for the product. That's how it all
Snowball.
evolves.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, no, that's good. And, yeah, so is there anything else you want to touch on with that?
No, not really, mate. I mean, all of the companies, I mean, like that I ride for have been amazing to me. So, I mean, yeah, to a big shout out to all them I did before. And, yeah, I just love doing what I do now. And yeah, just doing my bodyboard charters over there in the Mentawai Islands now. I concentrate a lot on that. So, I mean,
Let's elaborate on that, mate.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat about that because it's pretty good what you're doing, and I'm sure everyone wants to hear about it. So let's get into it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no. So, yeah, I've got one of my best mates, Dave. He owns the SHITSHOW charters over there in the Mentawai Islands. So, I work in contingent with him, and then I've got, you know, I was actually. Funny thing is, I left Coolangatta and I went and lived over in the Mentawais for 4 years, working on one of my friend's boats, and no one was doing bodyboard charters there. And I was like, well, is there a little niche here for that?
Mm.
And so after I finished working in the Mentawais and I come back to Australia, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start up all bodyboard charters, and so I got in back in with Dave, and so yeah, I just started doing a couple of one or two, just said try them, and now it's I love it. I do 3 every year. I can pick my dates whenever I want to go. I'm quite lucky. I've got my boss that I work up here with on the Sunshine Coast. He's actually from Coolangatta as well.
Yeah.
So he knew me before. I'd always travel, doing a lot of travelling, and so I'm quite fortunate enough for him to let me have time off work, which he says no more than 2 months, Stevie. That's it.
That's pretty good.
So I'm quite fortunate enough to do that, and I get to take bodyboarders over there in the Mentawai and show them an amazing time. We have 11 nights, 10 days over there. Surfing, convection.
Yeah.
So I've probably done over about 120 charters over there in the Mentawai. So a long time, and I just love it. And the good thing about it is you get to meet so many different people from around the world, and that's what I take away.
And what's the name of your charter company again?
It's all bodyboard charters, guys. You can get that on Instagram. And either under Stevie Maher on Instagram or all bodyboard charters on Instagram.
That'll all be tagged up in the show anyway.
Yeah, that's good. So
And Stevie, do you get a lot of return customers with it? You get boys coming back?
Absolutely, mate. I mean, the thing is with it, I've built such a good customer base now, and everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Because it's all bodyboard charters, and that's why I designed it.
Well, every time you go, I always see your clips and your photos, and everyone's having a ball.
Absolutely.
Everyone's having a blast. On the boat, you can see the smiles on everyone's face. Everyone's like, brother.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I've got a good customer base of about 80 to 100, Stu, so they don't come back every year, but they come back every second or third year because they love the experience of it, just being on all bodyboard charters, and that's why I created it. And just to have that, camaraderie with the bodyboarders only trips is epic, because a lot of people would be going, oh, you know what, Stevie, I'm so stoked that you've got this, because I went on a charter last year and it didn't work for us, and but they're the advantages, I suppose, of being on the all bodyboard charters, just bodyboarders only. I mean, that's
it is good when it's just your core people.
Yeah,
you see that.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of the boys, like I said, they don't come back every year, but they come back every second or third year, because I try and give them the best experience they can of being on the all bodyboard charters, because I love it. It's just you get to surf perfection every day.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen, the venue, I sort of rate each trip, and they go, well, that was pumping, Stevie, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to give that a 6 out of 10, because you know what the place is like when it's on. So, I mean, it's just, anyway, it's awesome, Stu.
What a gig, mate. What a gig.
What a gig.
What a gig. I want to be on the boat too.
Yeah, anytime, mate. I always take, if my, close friends or family want to come, 100%, they're on. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be all bodyboard charters. I mean, bodyboarders. I mean, if you want to come on, Geltchy wants to come on, whoever, mate, quite welcome.
Mate, thanks.
Might take you out on that.
Anytime.
Support your mates.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice.
Fresh off the press, Geltchy, what's happening?
Okay, just address something a little bit before I start. The new year 2025 has been a little bit hard, especially for those that had ordered art prints, especially framed ones over the Christmas break. With the company that does the framing and that, like most companies, they've had their Christmas shutdown. They came back on the 6th of January, but then had a backlog and only a skeleton staff.
Wow.
All orders have now been shipped. They're back to full capacity
production
next week. So what normally would take 4 days has taken 10 plus, which I apologise for that, but that is beyond my control. And same towns where Aramex has actually been needed for deliveries, because some couriers only go to certain places. Aramex Melbourne, I don't know what goes on, but stuff just seems to sit there for nearly a week, whether they're waiting for a full load to send it up to Bundaberg, Gladstone, wherever. It's just been a bit of a, so I apologise for anyone that's been waiting. Appreciate those that have received their stuff and their good comments and that, especially the Sandman stuff that's sort of blowing up a bit. So I really appreciate that. And so please, if you're waiting, just be patient. It can't be far away. I'm sort of doing everything I possibly can. There's no point me yelling at suppliers where their staff have had their Christmas break and that.
Yeah.
It's just that time of the year.
I think that's like everything. I mean,
it is.
When just after cricket period, you go back, everyone's sort of still slow bowling from that period.
Well,
I mean, and then they.
And that's the thing, and I'm so stoked because for me, leading up to Christmas was like the most amount of sales I'd ever had, and it actually hasn't sort of dropped off. Like for some reason, that momentum, and so to anyone that's bought anything, ever, thank you. Yeah. And then I just only going to do one product this week. We spoke about last episode about supporting other artists and starting to introduce some more stuff. So the SMVRK Supply Co, I got the straight edge tee, and that's illustrated by you'll find them on Instagram. Gucci is tired. He also owns Kid Bean Clothing, but he stepped up and has done this, and I just love it. It's a style I can't do. We're able to offer something different and start supporting.
How's all the artwork in there? It's awesome.
Well, he actually,
that's awesome.
His brief was he knew the stuff that I'd used within SMVRK products, and when we spoke, we're like, we wanted that hardcore look, but we wanted to incorporate stuff from other designs. So you got like the Simmons wheel, the skull, the flames, bad decisions, the checkered flags. He's just taken.
He's encompassed it all.
And done it all in his own style. And I love it. So if you're after one of these, you can grab them 20% off while this episode's up. Use the code SHITSHOW20 in capital letters. Get 20% off one of these bad boys. And interested to see where it goes. And I look forward to doing more stuff like this and bringing others on board. So
good on you guys.
It's going to be good.
It's a beauty, mate.
It looks sick,
It looks good, it looks good. Well, I've got to talk to Geltchy myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Got something happening for ball carry. Bit of exciting news there.
Awesome. Good stuff. What's going on with that?
Well, we're going to introduce, came up with the concept a little while ago, and it's time to get it happening, and it's surf soldiers.
Oh, there you go.
Surf Soldiers by Ball Carry. So
it's funny we used to surf Soldiers Beach.
I know. So we're gonna kick that one off very shortly, and
awesome, bro. That's sick.
So you'll be
shout out to you, Stewie.
There you go.
Awesome one.
That's one for you, Stewie. When your heart's better, mate, you live right near there.
And the only way you can become a bloody surf soldier is if you've got a ball carry over your shoulder.
There you go.
That's your weapon of choice, and it's in your sling.
Awesome then. That's it.
We look forward to seeing what happens there. And
me too.
You should.
Something exciting.
It's always good releasing
something.
Another brand in the making. And
it looks exciting. Well, it'll be part. It's under Ball Carry. So not a separate brand or anything. You're a surf soldier. You're on Ball Carry.
There you go.
Sounds good.
So a bit excited for that one. Yes.
Good job.
The music. Who wants to go first?
Oh, we'll let Stevie go first. Let the guest go first, mate.
Music?
What's been tickling your ears?
I don't really. I don't know. I like all sorts of music. I don't know, but the one you were saying before, Sui's. I love Sui's.
Oh, we're both going to go Sui's. Here we go.
I don't know. I just like any sort of music, anything with a good beat to it, I suppose. I mean,
you got to give us a song.
Okay. All right. I'll say Suicidal's sleep at the wheel. I love it.
There you go.
There you go.
Sleep at the wheel. That Mike's going to love us, and I've got monopoly on sorrow.
There you go. The chocolate.
It's a daily double.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 2.
Daily double.
Might be time for Suicidals to head back.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're not far away.
Yeah. Can you take me to the concert?
Oh, I'd love to. Mike, if you're watching, tell. I think they're back. They're coming out with Metallica.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So I remember one
I
of
hope they do some side shows actually.
yeah. One of our good friends. I grew up with and went to school with Jay Phillips.
Jay
He got
Phillips,
to he's the Snapper Rocks president.
President, yes.
So I went to school with Jay, and so he got to tour around with Metallica.
Yeah, he took them surfing.
Yeah. So I mean, we got to meet them and that down that Back Beach Findle there. It was pretty cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So them boys are legends, and they got to, like, Jay got to go around and do all the backstages and travel with them and all that. They just loved him.
Yeah, good stuff.
Jay's that lovable person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that nature about him, but I mean, yeah, it's Metallica and legend.
Legends, that's awesome.
I still want to see.
Yeah.
I still want to see Suicidals and Speed double header. I just want to see
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, mental. That would be.
That would be, yeah. That'd top speed show in January. Like, sort of.
Yeah,
Mind blowing.
I just I'm suicidal, dude. Really.
Yeah, well for me,
Big fan, though.
We got head to the in it as well.
for me, I'm kept in Australia. With a band from Sydney Northern Beaches, Dear Seattle. They're sort of indie punk. Been around for a while. They've just dropped a new album called Toy. And I'm running with their track Say What You Want. So if you want to check that out, or the Suicidal songs these guys have picked, there'll be links to all that on the website, geltchy.com.au. They'll be on the Songs of the Shit Show playlist on both Spotify and YouTube.
Okay, epic.
You can go there and track what we're all listening to, and you know, if you've got a recommendation, leave us a comment and we'll check it out. Like,
Absolutely.
it's good, you know, the previous episode we sort of picked a few unknown bands that we hadn't heard about, and
Yeah.
really appreciate your comments back, and it's good, you know, like,
Oh, it's just good to see new talent emerging as well. You can't.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
yeah, so that's good.
So many good bands out there, though, isn't there? I mean, it's
It's
love
hard,
it,
it's
yeah.
hard, it's
so many.
yeah.
I remember when I was over in the States, I got to watch. I went over there for 9 months, and I got to watch. What was it? The Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, that would have
They
been
had a
with
big monster.
Scott Whelan.
Yeah, they were awesome. They were,
Yeah.
3 days before that, I was in the jungle in Mentawai, and then 3 days later, I was in America up at bloody
That would have been
Louisville or
epic.
something. I think that's where they were playing, and got to
Sensory overload
Yeah.
coming out of the jungle. Wow.
Yeah. Where am I? It's great.
Yeah.
Which way do I go? Which way do I go?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so good.
But yeah, I mean, music's an important part of life, I think.
It is.
really helps you, you know, your moods,
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
mental health, and
Exactly, mate.
an inspiration, like as an artist, listening to music, it's amazing what you just pick up out of lyrics and
Yeah,
Yeah.
different stuff, and
it can change your day, isn't it?
Oh.
I mean, so you might be having a shitty
Stop it.
day, and then you put that one song on, and you just go, wow.
Yep.
I'm on.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
it's good.
And all
Yeah.
that mood changes, doesn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, it's such a good, great thing to be able
Yeah.
to listen to awesome music.
Yeah, game
Sure.
changer.
Yeah.
So surfing, Stu, what's going on with the WSL circus?
Oh, well, that starts on, I think it's Wednesday here, 28th. Right, the first comp. Been a bit of an announcement. John's flicked out, and so is Steph.
Oh,
Already? Wow.
They're not going to be on tour this year. They've pulled the pin. Gabby's not on tour. He ripped his pack off surfing. So few places available. So I've heard that Slater and one of James Wong got wild cards in the pipe.
Oh,
Nice.
And then we've got a few new rookies. We've got George Pitar from Manly. He's joining the show. You've got Edgar Gregoria. Bahine Ferrero from Tahiti. He's on. Jackson Bunch.
Yep.
Are these all the injury wild cards?
No, some are rookies that
Right.
have come through, like Challenger Series, like Aaron Brooks.
Yep.
Marco Mignot. And that's it. So that starts next week. Then we just had the Hui backdoor shootout. And that was a pretty good comp. Koa Rothman storming home at the end with a big win. Took out the single division. And the Japanese team, they were on fire. And they took out the teams event. Pretty good. Fast Eddie Rothman got up there and said some pretty good words and said it how it is. And if you didn't catch that, watch a replay of the backdoor shootout. Some insane intense waves went down. And good to hear Fast Eddie calling it out and saying it the way it is, because the Hawaiians do get overlooked in their own country a lot. So that's why they have the shootout, and then they, the mayor and things, they try and take their permits off and all this sort of stuff. So it's interesting what goes on in the background and how hard these guys have to fight just to have a contest in their own backyard as well. Yeah. So that's my surfing news, mate. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, get on and watch the replay on YouTube. It's well worth it.
Yeah,
Alright, shout outs.
All right, well, you go first.
I'm actually giving my shout out to you, Stu.
Oh, thanks, Geltchy.
You've got Kung Fu school, you've got your, it's pretty disciplined to keep that going and do that. But mostly surf reports you've been doing. There's so much good feedback on that, and it's been really, really good,
Thanks, mate.
Absolutely. I've got Stewie on speed dial, actually. So, I mean, whenever that comes up,
well, we don't
it goes
name the
straight
brand.
on and it goes live. So there you go. I love checking it out.
Wherever I'm doing it from, we don't name it. We don't name and shame the break.
Yeah.
We try not to give too much away where it is, because I'm old school, and back in my day we had Ken Brown. That was it.
Kenny
We had
Brown.
to wait for Kenny Brown.
I haven't heard that name forever.
And you watch the weather maps, and you had to work. You have to work the shit show out yourself.
I even see Robbie Sherwell, who was on the news doing the surf reports for years, leaving comments on your...
Oh, yeah, Robbie.
Robbie
gets on.
Yeah, rock star.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, so
good on you, Rob. Lovely, mate.
Yeah, that's Shirley.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's, it's not easy to do something every day and to...
Yeah, I don't
be
do it.
consistent.
Yeah, I try to stay consistent. It's not every day. There's days where, obviously, sometimes life, life strife gets in the way, and you can't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I try to be there as much as possible and give the viewers a bit of a look see.
It's awesome. I love it for out where I'm at, because as soon as Stewie goes live, it comes up on my thing, and I'm like, okay, well. Awesome. Now I can check it straight away.
you get a look at what the ocean's doing.
It gives me a taste of salt water.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing. Good on you.
Often
Thanks,
not
boys.
quite too close to it. Yeah, so that's...
Cheers.
Keep up the good work, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't for ball carrier, it wouldn't be there. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It's all about
that's
that.
good. So what about you, Stevie?
Shout out. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I've just, like I said, I've been just, I think we're going to, with Custom X, I signed a deal with them. So, I like to give a big shout out to Kim, who's our, the owner of Custom X over there in California, and my board shaper, Big Mark. So big shout out to them.
Yeah, awesome.
They keep me in the water, and I've got some future shapes coming out this year, so I'm going to tweak it a little bit. For all the surfers out there, I mean, bodyboards. They do have different shapes, and especially for what I do for drop knee.
Yeah.
So you have specialised shapes, but yeah. But my shout out goes out to Kim and my shaper P-Mac. From Custom X. So
Yep.
legends, guys. Thank you for looking after me.
Keep him on board. Joel. Keep him on board.
All right, Stu, hit us with it.
Well, my shout out this week, I've got a little surprise here for him too. My shout out this week is to Beach Beat, particularly Sparky. And I've known Sparky for a long, long time. We go a long way back.
Yeah.
And I went and saw him the other day, and he hooked me up with a new board. So
awesome.
Big shout out to Sparky for that one, looking after me. So yeah, thanks to Beach Beat. It was Beach Beat in Caloundra, but there's a chain of stores, Caloundra, Alex and
Fulham, yeah, that's the one on the corner, right?
Yeah. The corner of the main street there.
Yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to those guys. And I want to hit Geltchy with this while we're on camera. I reckon, we've got shout outs, and I want to start something new called a hashtag.
Hashtag, nice.
Right? And my hashtag for the first hashtag announcement will be the Gold Coast Surf Experience. Good surf school on the Goldie.
Yeah.
Great crew. You know those guys?
No, it's not Dave Davidson.
Well, I think they've been
He's our one.
interacting
He was our.
yeah.
He's always been our. The guy at Rainbow.
Yeah.
He was doing the surf school. Dave Davo. He's
Yeah,
good friend of mine. Yeah. I thought you were talking about that one.
No. Gold Coast Surf Experience.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Gold
Okay.
Coast Surf Experience. So, Geltchy, you got a hashtag for us? Front it on him.
Let's go.
Mate,
We're keeping it real on the show, people.
yeah, geez, that's left field. Boom. Hey, I know I come up with a few hashtags, but yeah, think of something else. Mate, I'm just putting Sunday SHITSHOW as the hashtag.
There you go.
You want to get on the good shit? Get on the Sunday SHITSHOW.
What about you, Steve? You got a hashtag?
Sunny Coast Legends. Either side of me. Can I put that? Can we use that? I mean,
Yeah, no,
I'm just stoked for you guys to invite me on here. So
Oh,
I'm
mate, we're glad to
privileged.
have you.
Like, I love pulling the Sunshine Coast home now.
Yeah.
I love it. They're good people up here, and yeah, I've got two good legends sitting beside me. So
Oh, thanks.
there you go, Sunny Coast Legends.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got any parting words, Stevie?
Nah, not really, mate. I mean, yeah, just like I said before, thanks guys for inviting me on. It's been a privilege to be on your show, and for viewers out there, get onto it. The Sunday SHITSHOW. I think we'll be releasing it maybe tomorrow or whenever. Type it in, Sunday SHITSHOW. You got Geltchy over here. Get him on Instagram. Board Carry Stu. So you know, all these guys get behind them, and that's what it's all about: is supporting the local companies. Supporting an amazing cause is in the Sunday SHITSHOW. And what an awesome name! When I first seen it, I was like, wow.
Look, just a little idea we had a while ago that actually came from Life Strife, doing a couple of clips here and there, and
Yeah.
to see it as a reality, it's been,
Yeah.
you know,
Good
it's
to see it come off.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the feedback, and you know, it's yeah.
And look, it's a bit like the surf report. We try and do it every fortnight. There's going to be the odd time where one of us has got to go away.
Yeah.
Or, you know, we might be sick or something, but 9 times out of 10 we're on deck.
Yeah.
Do our best. And if you'd like to be on the Sunday SHITSHOW or recommend someone, drop us a DM at Geltchy. Let us know, you know, we're not locked into any one thing. We're quite diverse. You know, obviously we love our surfing, skateboarding, music, you know, them sorts of things, and our art and creative stuff. But if you think you've got something unique and
Hit us
you'd
up.
like to share the lounge with us,
Hit us
hit us up, and you
And
know,
And if you've got a brand, or a company or something, and you want to promote, expose your brand, we're happy to we're happy to listen to some offers for sponsorship.
Yeah,
for the
we'll
show.
talk. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could look at doing something like that. It'd be good. So yeah, until next episode.
Get on the good shit.
Yeah, if you want to get on the good shit, get on the Sunday
Shit Show.
You guys.
Thank you.